Have you ever wondered how a country that sits on the largest oil reserves in the entire world, possessing more black gold than even Saudi Arabia, could end up in a situation where its people are struggling for basic food and medicine, while two of the world's most powerful governments engage in a deadly game of chess that has lasted for decades? There is a secret resource contract signed in the late 90s that changed the fate of South America forever. And if you stay with me through every single minute of this massive and eye-opening investigation, I will reveal the one hidden geopolitical reason why the United States can never truly walk away from Venezuela, no matter how much the two sides claim to hate each other. Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome to our channel. I am truly honored and deeply grateful to have you here today for this incredibly serious and long-form journey into a conflict that has shaped the modern world. This video is not just a simple history lesson, it is a deep dive into the very heart of how power, money, and resources work on a global scale, and it is also a fantastic opportunity for you to improve your English skills, as I am using clear, simple, and daily use words to explain these complex international secrets so that you can learn to speak about global politics with total confidence and ease. To understand why Venezuela and the United States of America are locked in such a bitter, long-lasting, and dangerous rivalry, we have to travel back in time to the late 1990s, when a charismatic former soldier named Hugo Chávez rose to power with a revolutionary promise to take the country's massive oil wealth away from foreign corporations and give it back to the common, hard-working people of Venezuela. Before this historic shift, the relationship between the two nations was actually quite friendly and profitable, because American oil companies had a massive amount of control and influence over the Venezuelan oil fields. But when Chávez began to nationalize these resources and use the billions of dollars in profit for social programs, the resource war officially began. The United States government saw this bold move as a direct and immediate threat to its economic interests and its traditional influence in the Western Hemisphere, leading to a total breakdown in trust that only grew worse as Venezuela started building strong, secret friendships with America's biggest global rivals, such as Russia, China, and Iran. The major conflict here is not just about the liquid gold hidden under the ground, but about two completely different and clashing ways of running a nation. The American capitalist system, which focuses on private business, versus the Venezuelan socialist system, which the USA claims is actually a move toward a dangerous and oppressive dictatorship. These tensions reached a boiling point when the United States decided to officially recognize an opposition leader as the rightful president, effectively telling the world that the current government in Caracas was no longer legitimate in their eyes. Many people ask the difficult question of who is truly in the wrong in this dark story. While the USA has placed heavy, crushing economic sanctions that have made daily life incredibly difficult for the innocent citizens of Venezuela, the Venezuelan government itself has also been accused of extreme corruption, printing too much money, and mismanaging the very oil wealth they once promised to protect for the people. These international sanctions have effectively cut Venezuela off from the global banking system and the US dollar, making it nearly impossible for them to sell their oil to their traditional customers or even buy basic medicine and food for their children, which has directly led to one of the largest migrations in history, as millions of people flee their homeland in search of a better life. Looking into the future, the risk of a larger, more violent conflict remains very high, Because as the global demand for energy continues to rise, the control of Venezuela's oil becomes a prize that no global power, whether in the East or the West, wants to lose or leave behind. This struggle is about who gets to decide the price of energy for the next generation and who gets to control the most important shipping lanes in the Caribbean Sea. For the rest of the world, this conflict carries a very serious and sobering message. It shows us that when big, powerful nations fight over resources and political pride, it is always the innocent, everyday people who pay the highest and most painful price in the end. We learned through this tragedy that national sovereignty and international law are often ignored or pushed aside when billions of dollars in oil revenue are at stake, and that true independence for any small nation is very hard to maintain when you sit on a treasure that the rest of the world desperately wants to own. The hidden reason I mentioned at the very beginning of this video, the secret that keeps this war alive, is that despite all the angry words and the sanctions, some of the largest and most expensive American oil refineries on the Gulf Coast are specifically designed only to process the very thick, heavy type of oil that comes almost exclusively from Venezuela. This means that even while they are enemies, the USA actually needs Venezuelan oil to keep its own internal energy prices stable and its refineries running, creating a strange, secret, and permanent dependency that neither side ever wants to admit to their own citizens. This story is a powerful and necessary reminder that in the high-stakes world of global politics, what we see on the daily news is often just the thin surface of a much deeper, darker, and more complex struggle for control and survival. As we move forward into an uncertain future, the story of these two nations serves as a warning of what happens when diplomacy fails and greed takes the driver's seat. If you found this deep, long-form dive into the US-Venezuela rivalry to be helpful and eye-opening, and if you want to continue receiving these kinds of fascinating, detailed, and life-changing stories while you master the English language one word at a time, please make sure you subscribe to our channel right now and turn on the notifications. We truly would love to hear your voice and your perspective on this global issue, so please leave a long and thoughtful comment below telling us whether you think having massive natural resources is a blessing for a country or if it eventually becomes a curse that leads to war and suffering. Your thoughts, your support, and your engagement are what help us continue our mission to bring more of these important, hidden truths to light for everyone around the world, and we thank you for being a part of this learning community. Always remember that knowledge is the only power that grows when you share it, so keep learning, keep questioning, and keep moving toward the truth.